Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So recently a group was made of a whole bunch of young girls from Melbourne who were aspiring to be YouTubers or just create a channel, have some fun, or already had a channel and wanted to learn more from others and share their channel with other people. And I had seen a lot of posts in there of just basic YouTube questions like about thumbnails and about what to film on and what to film and this and that. So I thought, I think it's about time that after 2 years on YouTube, I finally film my own how to start a YouTube channel video. Now I say that like this because every single YouTuber pretty much has a video like this. So if you search that up in the search bar, then you'll find hundreds, thousands of these. But I think it's good to hear opinions from lots of different people because different things work for different people. So what might work for one person won't work for you at all. So to get a good variation of tips just means that you can adapt what you have learned from everyone else and make that work for you. So I have 10 tips that I'm going to talk about today. They are just completely random. I just sat down and I brainstormed. These were the first 10 that came to my mind. I am sure there is a ton more that I could talk about. And if you do enjoy this video and you want to hear some more, maybe I can do a part 2. But I feel like these ones, if you're just starting out, these will really help you and you won't really have any other questions. And if you do, then leave them below and I will get back to you. So tip number 1 is use natural lighting if you can. So right now I have a giant window in front of me. I have a window there. I have a window just up there at the back. And it would be perfect if I had a window over that side too, but I don't. But this big window does really kind of give the majority of the light that I need, and it's perfect. And a lot of people don't have access to natural lighting. Say if you were filming in your bedroom and your bedroom doesn't even have a window, or it's got a small window, or I don't know, a lot of people just don't have access to that. But if you can, it is definitely the best case scenario because it will make your videos look really nice and bright, and just, I like how natural lighting looks. I don't know, maybe that's just a personal thing, but if you can't have natural lighting, if you just don't have access to enough of it, because you do need sufficient lighting if you're going to be using that, then definitely head on to eBay and you can pick up a set of umbrella lights for around $50–60, and you just position them right in front of you, sort of, I think one there, front to the left, and then one sort of off to the side, because you do need front on and side on lighting. So I'm not exactly sure how to position them, but I'm sure you can Google or YouTube that as well and find the perfect setup. But yeah, natural lighting if you can, but if not, definitely head over to eBay because they have got a lot of affordable options, and just 2 umbrella lights will be enough to get you started. Tip number 2 is to be consistent. Now, when I started off, I did a very silly thing. I just filmed and uploaded when I filmed it. So I was like, oh my god, yay, I uploaded like 4 videos in 1 week because I was like, just get it all out, this is exciting, I just want to share these videos with the world. When realistically, what I think you should do is pre-film a few videos before you upload your very first one, and only start with once a week. So you say if you film 3 videos, you upload 1 on the first week, 1 on the second week, and then in the 3rd week, maybe a family member gets ill, or you get ill, or you're working 7 days straight, you have a lot of homework, and you just don't have a chance to film any more videos. You've still got that 3rd video ready, and hopefully by the time all your pre-film videos are done, you are back into filming and you can film a few more at a time and just always have them banked up. That's the best way, really. I personally would always love to have at least 2 banked up, but sometimes it just doesn't work. But when you are starting out, I think that is definitely crucial, because so many people, they upload 1 video and then suddenly they don't upload for 3 months. It's just really not going to get you anywhere. So yeah, just definitely start off with once a week, and once you feel you are ready to move up to 2 and you can definitely keep up with that, then do that. My 3rd tip is to be yourself. This is probably one of the biggest things that is said by YouTubers that they tell you to do, and that's because it's important. Like, you don't want to be like everyone else. I know that may be a way to get some quick success or some quick views, but I don't know, I just don't feel like you're really gonna get a fan base who actually knows you. Like one day you're gonna do something and they're gonna be like, who is this person? Because you haven't been yourself, you're so fake, and eventually people will see right through it as well. Like you just can't hold up and act like that for a long period of time. Along with being yourself, you're going to want to film content that you actually enjoy and want to film, because if you are filming stuff just for views, like everyday makeup tutorials, morning routines, or life hack videos, people will see through that eventually, because if you're uploading those kind of videos every single week, it becomes very obvious that you are only on YouTube for one thing. My next tip is probably the most random one because there's no real logical reason behind it, but that is to monetize your videos from the very beginning. Now, I didn't do this. I didn't monetize until last April, I'm pretty sure, so almost half of the time span of my channel was not monetized. But then once you do monetize, you monetize them all, so any views from then on were paid. So as I said, there's no real reason behind this, but it's just the fact that you never know when a video could blow up. You could post a video that you don't really think is going to get millions of views, and then suddenly it gets hundreds of thousands. And if that happens, you really want to be getting paid for that, because that's going to bring in a nice amount and it's also just going to feel really good. So it'd be nice to know that if some of your work gets seen by that many people, that you are getting paid for it. And also, because these days people watch so much YouTube and everyone has ads on their videos, if they watch yours and there's an ad, they're really not going to notice the difference. They're actually going to notice if there isn't an ad, and then eventually when you do bring ads onto your channel, people will probably notice that more so than if you just have them from the very beginning. Next tip is revolving around equipment. So we'll start off with the microphone, because I don't feel like people really talk about this. I don't think you need a microphone at all. I don't use one. I know so many big YouTubers who still don't use one. And personally, I like the sound of voice all around and with a little bit of background noise. I just think that's nicer and more realistic, because when you have a microphone, it's a very direct sound. You don't hear anything except the sharp sound of that person's voice. And to me, that just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. I would prefer to just have normal sound. Through the camera microphone works just fine. And as for a camera, so many people say this as well, but if you do have the latest iPhone or Samsung or Google phone, whatever they are, you have a camera for filming, because their quality is insane. Sometimes I see people film on an iPhone and I'm like, that's better than my DSLR, I hate you. So definitely, if you have one of those and you are trying to figure out what to film on, just do it on there, just get started, just do it, because you just need to. If you have a little bit of money to throw around and you want to get some form of camera, not just your phone, you can pick up a little portable digital camera for maybe $200, which will also do the job. But if you want to splurge, or if you have a lot of money to throw around and you want a DSLR, then I definitely recommend the 600 or 700D. I actually use the 60D, but I kind of wish I bought the 700D, which is a model back, but it has the autofocus. All the models, I'm pretty sure, that have the 7 in them, like 770, 700, they all have the autofocus in video mode, which is really handy for lots of videos. But the 60D is amazing, but the 600, 700, they are just as good, and the quality is so high that you don't need to go any better than that when you're just beginning, because they're amazing. Tip number 6 is to only film when you are in the mood. I have probably filmed like 20 videos that just never made it to YouTube because I wasn't happy with them, because I wasn't in the mood for filming. It was just a point where my parents went out and I had a free time to film, so I quickly put on my makeup and I quickly figured out what I was going to film, sat down, filmed it, went to edit it, and was just like, what is this? This is junk. So you definitely need to be in the mood, and if you are not happy with something, don't upload it, because people will know and people will see it, and if you're not in the mood, then people won't feel good watching your content, and you really don't want that. The next tip is to download a program called Handbrake. This will be an absolute lifesaver when uploading your content to YouTube, because it cuts your finished file size sometimes more than in half, and it can take your upload time from what mine used to be sometimes 10 hours, so you'd have to upload it overnight, plus internet in Australia is pretty bad. And when you use Handbrake, I can get my videos, if they're a fairly shortish length, maybe 12 minutes, they will take under 2 hours, which is so much better than overnight, and you definitely need Handbrake. And it's free and it's easy to use, so just Google it and you'll figure it out. Tip number 8 is to just use any old basic editor program. Now, Apple's come with iMovie and Windows come with Movie Maker. Just use these because they give you enough tools to produce a fairly good video that will actually look a lot higher quality than people think. And sometimes I have people actually tell me, what do you use to edit? And I say Movie Maker, and they're like, as if you make it look so good. So basically you just want to use an editing program, get your head around it, really figure out the ins and outs of it, and absolutely own that program so that you make people believe that you are using Sony Vegas Pro when really you're using something so basic, but you just know what you're doing. Personally, until YouTube is a full-time job and it is your income, and maybe you want to really take your videos to the next level, you don't need to use a fancy editing program until then. And even then, I still think there's people like, actually yeah, Brittany Lee Saunders still uses iMovie, so she's nearly at 1 million. You really don't need anything special. Tip number 9 is just a really quick one, and that is PicMonkey, which is a website, a photo website. It's really good for making your thumbnails. Now, there are a lot of websites like PicMonkey. They're just free photo editing websites, but I don't know, PicMonkey has just stood out to me, and that's the one I have used for my whole 2 years. And yeah, so maybe you won't like PicMonkey. Maybe you won't like PicMonkey, but if you just Google free photo editing programs, whatever, heaps will come up, and then you can just pick the one that suits you. But I recommend checking out PicMonkey because I think you'll love it. And they do have a paid version, which is only a couple of dollars a month, I think, which comes with a bunch of extras, but I still just use the free version. And my thumbnails are fairly basic, but you can make something way more amazing with PicMonkey. I just am not that good. And tip number 10. Tip number 10. Sorry, just a little interruption. I haven't filmed for over an hour because the neighbour is outside the window directly behind me working on his motorbike, and he's very close. There's only a wall between us, and it's very loud. So he just went upstairs, and I'm going to quickly try and wrap up this video. So as I was saying, don't start YouTube for fame and money. I can guarantee you that will only work for like 1 in a million people, because as I've said with a lot of these tips, people will see through you, and there's not really a method to constantly making videos that will get millions of views. Like, obviously you can do trending videos and things like that, but they're not all gonna blow up. And also YouTube takes a hell of a lot of commitment. So if you were just doing it for the fame and the money, it's not gonna come quick enough, and then you're gonna be like, okay, well, this isn't working, I'm gonna give up now. And you're gonna give up before you even really get started. So just don't start for fame and money. Start for a passion of videos, start for a passion of makeup, start for a passion of health and fitness and sharing things with the world and being yourself, and that will get you a hell of a lot further than just trying to fake it till you make it. So those are my top 10 tips for starting a YouTube channel, and I really hope they were helpful and useful for some of you guys out there. So give this video a thumbs up if they were, and if you enjoy these type of tips videos. If you want my advice on anything else, definitely leave a comment below and I can do that if I know anything about it. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I really want to hit 750 subscribers by the end of February, so you should definitely help me get there. I hope you are having an absolutely amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!